Your philosophy starts where science ends. I have myself learned a lot in the field of medicine and elsewhere. But after reading your book, I have humbled myself at your feet. Who is the one you call Atman? Who is the knower? And where is he situated in the body? If there is some injury or wound to the toe, you understand it. But from where does this understanding come from? From the neck to the head, there is somebody who knows. Where is that knowledge situated? It is in the Brahmaranda, opening in the crown of the head. Some yogis collect all their vital breath there and study themselves, but they do not understand the fundamental principle. A great man performed severe penance for a long time. In the end, a vision appeared before him. The great man was very dirty, so he said to the vision, "I will clean myself and then meet you." When the man appeared completely clean, the vision ate him up. They became one beauty, bliss, and joy. All that you are experiencing now is what is to be discarded as dirty. And in what is to be discarded, that one knowledge, beingness, is existing. What does this mean? That portion of the body below the neck is full of the stench of sour food. But it is in this body that the secret soul is living. It doesn't get dirty. That one lives here, and his life, his sensitivity or knowledge, has spread all through the body. It gives you everything that is beautiful, everything that is fragrant. Your existence is all-pervading. All the four Vedas do not know how to praise you. In the drop of I amness, all the universe is contained. Since you understand the drop, can you be the drop? I amness indicates Parabrahman, but it is not Parabrahman. Is the consciousness real or unreal? It is a dreaming consciousness. You are unreal, therefore the world is unreal. It is an illusion, Maya. Why is the illusion Maya creating all these embodied lives? The farmer produces grain in order to eat it, and Maya produces life in order to eat it. Maya doesn't live on life, but on the death of that life, because without these forms it cannot function. According to scientists, matter cannot be destroyed. It always gets transformed from one state to another. What is that state where there is no change, that immutable condition? The homogeneous state in which there is no I and no you. Nothing is there. Only that is the eternal truth. What is your real nature? How do you identify yourself? If you identify yourself with the body, along with the body you will die. I'm trying to break this identity with the ego. To feel that you are an individual is itself a conditioning. The one who wants to break the conditioning is also imaginary. How can you destroy an ego which is not there? The knowledge I am is the first ignorance, and whatever knowledge you acquire with it is ignorance. Go back to the source of your ignorance. With half knowledge we think we are full of wisdom, profound. That is our presumption. When we are without thoughts, then only are we profound. Realize the thought-free state. Don't worry about other people and other things. Do your own research. Try to find out how you happen to be. The principle which understands its language is the mind. In the end, both whatever is understood and the one who understands are liquidated. Many people have understood, and they have gone into quietude. Consciousness is everywhere, latent or otherwise. First there is consciousness. Then came everything, the sky, the earth, and all. This consciousness, is it not the same as the I am, the self-consciousness, is it? Whenever we think of consciousness, we think of the body, but that is an error. The original state was there before the waking and sleep states. The I am dissolves after death, so is it not the same? Are you speaking now of the individual personality or the universal consciousness? The universal self. The consciousness that prevails is the universal consciousness. The world is born out of that, and not from the point of view of the individual personality. What is the relationship between the universal consciousness and the I amness? The spark of the incense stick and the whole of it. That is the relationship. That consciousness which prevails before you are aware of the two states is the universal consciousness. You will not learn this through your thoughts, but when you meditate, that consciousness of being will merge into universal consciousness, and only in that way will you understand it. The universal consciousness has always been, its power always present. Its power of creation has given rise to this world. It has produced this Prakriti and Purusha, and its soul is the individual consciousness. It is spontaneous, manifest, dynamic spirit. It has no aspect. It is all-pervading. I am talking about that Vedic principle, Vedic raw material, out of which this flow has started. That universal life force pervades everything, but it has no personality or individuality. How does one witness the thoughts, the concepts? It goes on automatically. You're always aware of those concepts and thoughts. I know it after, but not during. If you suddenly want to go someplace, you get up and go. You know that, so what is the question of another witness? You were sitting for meditation this morning, and when the bhajan started, you got up and left. That walking out happened, didn't it? Do you want any other dimension to witness it? Again, the same question. Can we be a witness of our own minds? In the morning, your mind directed you to leave and you walked off. Is it not witnessing? Yes, I can witness one movement, but I cannot be witness to my thought during the thought process. The consciousness is acting as a whole. No doer is there. We look at ourselves as doers, and therefore we want to witness it, which cannot be done. Therefore you abide in the words of the Guru, which are, you are the all-pervading subtle principle, subtler than space. Identify yourself with that. A person wants to attain peace through meditation, samadhi, etc. But it is a temporary peace, because as you say, it is the product of the body. How is one to get eternal peace? You witness that peace, so there is peace and the witness. Be there. In due course, both this peace and the witness will go. What remains is the absolute. This is very subtle, the last stage. There is nothing tangible there to understand with the gross senses. This is only to be experienced. After listening to these talks, you leave this place and tell people, for God's sake, don't go there. My head is full of turmoil. It is all confusion. Whatever sense I had, whatever understanding I had, it is all gone. Some people do witness their past lives. How is that? That's because they believe it, just like the promises of politicians. It is all talk. The Tibetans choose their Lama because he is a reincarnation. It is a traditional concept, and we do not take any note of such concepts. If you want any reply, we will become whatever concept we entertain at the time of death. It will take concrete shape according to the concept. If I have the concept of God at the time of death, will I become God? You must also have a concept of what kind of God, 4-armed, 3-headed, or 10-headed. The trouble is, all of you want to derive some benefit from your concepts and ideas. Don't employ any thoughts for your use. Without recourse to thought, understand and remain. It is not possible for people of ordinary needs or intellect to come here. It must be an evolved soul who can think of coming here. This one comes daily. Do you think it is an individual's need or a body's need? No. It means that the soul wants to return to its source. The great Saint Tukaraman said, I want to return to my mother's home. Someone was telling me of an experience he had after visiting Maharaj. Some people who have visited here have had certain experiences, and they call Maharaj great, etc. Whom are they calling great? I am nothing. I am completely void. How is one to get out of this vicious circle? You are caught in this vortex. If you want to escape, you must go to the center. Dive deep inside. This vicious circle of life, death, rebirth, etc. started with consciousness. Try to understand that consciousness. And in the process of understanding, you will become its background, the basis. I can see that unless there is a center within me, I cannot conduct myself. After attaining that center, unfortunately for my life, a psychological condition appeared. In my body, there are certain sensitivities, certain throbbings going on, which give me pleasant or unpleasant sensations. I would like to know why they are there. These sensations arise because the elements have created duality. Duality also means a sort of chaos and disagreement. So wherever there are elements, there will be a quarrel among them. Therefore, they give you these pleasant or unpleasant sensations. Whatever we eat gives us the experiences we call pleasant or unpleasant. Whatever agreement or disagreement there is among the elements has to be endured by everyone. The Vedas have told you the way of behavior. It is very necessary for a person to understand these scriptures because they provide some kind of path, how to behave, how to conduct yourself. It is so wonderful, so amazing, that essence, through you, has taken the form of I know, and consciousness has appeared in this body in the form of I am. And following that consciousness, a big account has also been opened up. How does Maharaj look upon us? I am the knower of the universal life, and I look upon you also as one like me. But I know that you do not know what you are. I understand from what platform you are talking. And what your nature is, I also know. If you become a jnani, you sort of feel proud. I acquired this, have done this, but it is not going to last. All life is universal life. It has nothing to do with an individual. There is no sense in taking pride in whatever I know or I have done in life. Is what Maharaj calls the sense the same as intelligence? It is all this one, but whatever is here is made impure by gunas. That is the state of beingness, the knowledge I am. Isn't there some direction for that intelligence from inside? Inside what? What are you directing your attention to? Toward the human body. One experiences this sense or this intelligence, and at the same time experiences many things which appear false, which are still in the form of elements. It creates so many problems. How does one act on it? That particle from which this birth has come includes crores of elements. Close your eyes and you will see. It is the seed of the whole universe, the smallest, the atomic, and yet it contains crores of universes within the seed. Are we just to live with them and not do anything about them? Can we not act on the potentialities? With what are you going to act? Before eating food, you can do nothing with it, but once it goes into the stomach, what can you do with it? That consciousness is doing whatever is being done to the food. What are you doing? Try the experiment in the dream world. No, I don't have any dream world. I am thinking of myself, the elements which are in me in this body. I am acting from that. For the sake of that, many births will come. You are not the body, you do not have a personality, you are the universal life. This is all universal life. Why do you consider yourself some particular individual and suffer? How long have you been wearing these ochre robes? 25 years. Have you realized yourself? I am not realized. I'm just wandering about, as you say, in the dark jungle, going here and there. Who is it that says this? Probably the self. Remember that whatever is called God or self is in the body, and as long as he is there, that beingness will be also. When beingness is not there, there will be no God, no self. When a person dies, it is not the self that is turned into a corpse. It is the body. It is true. You see, I understand all that theoretically. I know it as a philosophy, but to experience the void, to know the real, I am as far from it as possible. Whatever is called God or self is because there is the beingness, the feeling I am. That is the fundamental principle, the basis behind all your knowledge. But you are identifying yourself with the body. True, when there is no soul, there is no God. And when you are not there, your feeling of beingness is not there. There is nothing. I understand the theory of it. I've read so many books, but how to realize it? When you understand the meaning of the words, you must find out who it is that understands. You see, that is the gap. To know is very difficult. That which is going to turn into a corpse, you are calling that me, I. This is the sin that you are committing, and the obstacle between you and the knowledge. That is the difference. That gap needs to be bridged. All these words are absolutely unnecessary. Because you are, there is the light of knowledge. And when you are gone, the light of knowledge will be extinguished. Did not your guru tell you this? It's just like saying that this candy is sweet. Do you get the taste of it? Has not your guru told you whatever you are hearing now? Yes. That means that you do not agree with him. You still have not trusted him. I agree, I trust, but maybe I'm lacking in effort. You are lacking in nothing. You have understood yourself as a corpse, a body. Are you that which is going to be extinguished? I know I am not. Then what kind of sadhana are you going to perform? If you are not that which is going to be extinguished, you are not going to die. I understand that position. It is not that I don't understand. Why are you traveling around then? I'm looking for something. I'm trying to find something I have not been able to find. You say that you understand, and yet that you don't get it. So, are you telling a lie? I don't know myself. You see, for me, it's all there. I know you don't have to go about. You sit in one place, in your home, and you find it. But I have yet to find it. So the thought comes to go around, that impatience to find out which drives from one place to place till one finds something. Well, I haven't found it. The day I find it, then I will also say, yes, it is within. When you close your eyes, inside you see the Gana-san darkness with the feeling I am. And when you open your eyes, the same shows you what is outside. You do not have to think to perform that act. All has appeared without your active contribution. That is the philosophy of it, but doing it is the difficult part, very difficult. Why are you not taking delivery of that fact? What is the use of wandering from place to place? You are defaming the ochre robes. True. You see, your soul is so wonderful, so great, and so important that if you sit in a barren land, it will be filled with beautiful gardens. You do not understand your own greatness, the knowledge that you are, your beingness. No, I am not great. I am very humble, very small. What is humble and what is small? What is there without your beingness? Even if you perform great penances, you can at most punish your body. Can you punish your beingness? No. When they send a man to the gallows, can they hang his soul, his beingness? This body is hanged. Can you possibly punish the beingness? No. So he is not humble or small. He enjoys all the wonderful qualities, but he is absolutely unattached, not smeared by any of them. You see, your attire is showing you have that. We don't wear such attire. Nobody will call me a Mahatma. I'm not a Mahatma, then why are you wearing these robes? You don't worry about what you are telling others by wearing such robes, but you enjoy feeling, I am the great Mahatma, I am the greatest of all. Because you know and yet do not enjoy that knowledge, it is sin for which you will have to suffer. If a great soul, a Mahatma, calls you a fool, you have to suffer it. If the Mahatma calls anybody a fool, he has to suffer it. And you are calling yourself something not knowledgeable yet, not knowing. That is the sin you commit. You are abusing your great soul. I do not want to teach anything to anybody. I only hold up a mirror to those who come here. I will make you stand before the mirror and look at yourself. You have to get that vision of yourself in the light that is emanating from your own self. At bhajans we say, you close your eyes and see that everywhere he is standing, everywhere inside, outside, up and down. And that you have to experience. If God is not residing in your body, you will not be there. True, with this clear vision, Maharaj can see and say. I can say but not see. If you do not recognize him right now in this birth, several thousands of births will not give you the opportunity to know him. At least now you would try to catch hold of him with concentrated attention. One does try. Who is that one? And who is trying? Why are you worried about others? What about you? I am addressing this to you. That to me means the same thing as I answered. It's addressed to the self and the self is answering. I have not asked you what the self is doing. I am asking you what you are doing about you. What is the difference? Are I and Atma two different things? You see, when you talk, you refer to the consciousness that is limited to your body. If you refer to the universal consciousness, that is Atma or God. Therefore, you make it clear whether you refer to yourself as limited or unlimited. I am limited, as I have been told. I understand that I should say that I am unlimited. With the knowledge I have, with what teachers have told me, I am unlimited. And yet I know that I am limited. Because you identify with the body. That is why you are conditioning yourself. True, I understand that. I know that I should get over that. By your identification with the manifest body, you have lost sight of your real nature. You must always be conscious of that. That state of consciousness is a natural thing. Only don't break away from it. You see, I don't disclose the acrobatics of the Vedas to the masses here. It is for other people to do, who dabble in body-mind. There is so much knowledge printed and disseminated here, there, everywhere. Yet I would say that the majority of people live in the darkness in spite of that knowledge. I don't ask anybody to follow any particular path. I just tell them to be what they are in their natural, spontaneous state, stabilized there in the beingness. Those are exactly the same words as Baba uses. Just be. Having served him for 25 years, why do you deny? I don't know. I'm very confused, but I think it best for me first to meditate. It will be of no use. As long as there are questions, it is better to bring them out. Suppression leads nowhere. Is there the need for the mind to become quiet? You are before the mind is. Don't pay attention to the thoughts. Pay attention to the consciousness. Thoughts will always flow because of the vital breath. Whatever thoughts are useful to you, you can make use of. Is it possible to attain a state where the mind is still? Yes, that state you experience in deep sleep also. Through meditation, you will attain it. There is no process involved. With great interest, you get absorbed in yourself. By giving attention only to your I consciousness, you can reach it. Without giving attention to the body, but to this sense, I am. Is there a way as such? Each individual has his own path, doesn't he? Your urge is to know yourself. I tell you the direct way. Which is that? I just show you what you are prior to words. None of your experiences are eternal, and they cannot be the truth. Still humanity glimpses the divinity. This humanity is the untruth. But you can't deny the humanity, can you? This human body is not the quality of the self. It is its reflection. In utter loneliness, the touch of I amness appeared. Just as in a small seed the entire tree is contained, the I amness contains the whole creation. Is Maharaj able to see our level of awareness? No, because I do not see you as an identity. But the level of awareness is a reality, not just a concept. Do you say that by your own experience? These are ideas only. How can you say that in the incense stick makes progress? It is there, or it is not. There are the different distances until it is extinguished. Ultimately, when it is extinguished, is there any progress after? Gone is gone. Like the worms in the cow dung. The moment the cow dung dries, they are finished, however much progress they have made. But the Maharaj is not a worm. It is no different. This consciousness is a product of the food material. Whatever form the food material takes, man, monkey, or worm, doesn't matter. This consciousness is a product of the food material. What is the exact difference between the Jiva, Brahma, and the Absolute? You remove all the names and understand. These are all concepts, a chaotic confusion of words, nothing else. Whatever I tell you, this knowledge is never ending. It has no beginning and therefore no end. And this is the product of live elements, and the elements, including space, are substances. Space is like darkness, nothingness, like night. Out of it vital breath arose as a vibration. This body has appeared on me automatically without my willing it, and therefore I become puzzled. What I have experienced is, I am not that matter. That quality of beingness, knowingness, which is a product of matter, gets extinguished, and again goes into the atmosphere with increasing progression, and the cycle continues. That beingness has gone to that state of matter. But it will not stay in that matter. It will take care that it goes back to its state of absolute subtlety. Truth is timeless and beyond description. Whoever lives in that, and whatever he does, can the ego challenge the truth that exists forever? The truth cannot be challenged by anyone. Sometimes a great wave sweeps over me, and I feel that I should make everything pure. But when I try to attend to it, I know that nothing can be done to change the fundamental truth. I see that consciousness comes into being, and that consciousness becomes the ether as well as the food itself, and both perish into nothingness. So how is it going to be changed? What is happening here is out of the foliage, the grass and the vegetation. The essence is eaten, and another consciousness appears through that. Consciousness is the essence of the food that has been digested, and along with the food, that consciousness will also disappear. During this limited span of life, many have studied scriptures, performed austerities, and meditated. Whatever came out of that as thought has filled thousands of books. But once the attention is on the substratum of consciousness, there is nothing left. The consciousness that has come out of the elements through the body is the quality of beingness, the knowledge that I am. That state of beingness will perish. I have realized that I am living even when many cosmoses have come into existence and have been dissolved. All this I see, I know, and understand. Yet I know that I was always, ever, and abiding. Whatever has happened, I am here, ever present. I'm very anxious about my life, not satisfied. You are immortal. You are not going to die, but give up the present meaning which you attach to life. You have only one thing to do. Care for others as much as you care for yourself. Behave as if you were all yours. That is all you can do. There is no necessity for following any particular path. Everything is the same. Think of that which is the center of the cosmos. Don't let your attention stray in any way from this knowledge of beingness, I am. Saints and sages have assumed many prior lives, but those lives were limited only for that particular period. All these beingnesses have appeared on ignorance, and the whole consciousness is enjoying consciousness through ignorance, which has come out of ignorance. If you leave off the pride and the ego of that knowledge which you have got through ignorance, then everything is clear. You have some experiences, and you try to benefit from them, but remember that whatever is going to be of use to you ultimately is going to harm you. Wherever there is use, there is also disuse in this world of duality. Whatever you like is going to create harm for you. Whatever you like most is, in the end, going to be most harmful for you, even when it is paramatram. Whatever appears on you as knowledge, you try to understand it, and you like it, is going to be a cause of very great sorrow for you. When you come to the state of Parabrahman, there are no desires, no likes or dislikes. That is Niskama Parabrahman. What is Niskama Parabrahman? Because that Niskama, desireless, Brahman is. This manifestation has appeared and is doing what it pleases. Manifestation is Sakama, with desire, but the support of it is Niskama. If you want to reach that state, does it mean you also act like that? I don't care what happens, let it happen. If you want to discuss it through the medium of the mind, you are welcome to think of any meaning whatsoever. But whatever is done has limits. It is all limited activity. If you want this experience, you must insist on yourself, your own Atma Prema, self-love. Don't leave it for a moment. You insist. Do not pray to gods or goddesses, only see one. Keep on knowing that I am, and through that insistence, you will know the state that you want to reach. I have heard many of these talks about the food that has become me, but the point is not very clear. What does it mean? Every organic being, whether an insect or a human, depends on food. All these flowers, this foliage, is our antecedent state. We were in this state before, and gradually out of the essences of all the bodies we have taken in order to enjoy this beingness, our human body has evolved. The I amness is only the quality of that food body which you call I. It has nothing to do with any other thing. It is pure and simple quality of this beingness. Is it possible for this being which has come out of the food to do something original, something totally different? Ramakrishna Paramahamsa performed austerities and became himself a Jagadamma, mother of the whole world. Others also have performed austerities, and they understood the truth. When they realized the truth, what could they do? So many great men have come, and what change? What different thing could they do? Whatever has happened when you were not knowing. The knowledge has come out of ignorance or complete absence of knowledge, and no different course can be given to what is going on from infinity. My mind, intellect, and understanding are being modified, and I was thinking that Maharaj is giving me something totally new. Is he or not? Whatever the changes or modifications going on in your mind or intellect, I am doing nothing that is different. I'm only bringing before you newly what is infinitely ancient. There is nothing new. During the process of questions and answers, even if you get angry with me, I will have absolutely nothing to say to you. When a mother takes her child of 3 months on her lap, it licks. It may slap her. It dirties her clothing. On her lap, it kicks. It may slap her. It dirties her clothing. She merely takes the child in her arms and fondles it, and she even cleans herself, only after cleaning the child. I look upon you exactly like that, even if your body is 75 years old. I see that point very clearly, and another simile comes to mind, that I am like an artist. Every time I paint something, Maharaj says, I see the connection, and in the process, I get angry and maybe I throw paint on him. But he doesn't care. He is still smiling. When the vital breath and body combination are present, this beingness is there. The beingness does not die. Take the harmonium player. Because of the air in the harmonium, sound is created. When the player removes his hand, the air is gone, and therefore no sound is there. Is the sound dead? It just disappears. Tell me exactly what is the connection between this quality of beingness and me? The very essence of beingness is that knowledge I am. And still you say, what is the connection? The knowledge I am is itself the quality of this body or the essence of food. I will not teach whoever comes to me as if he were immortal. I look upon him as immortal. There are lots of primary teachers in the world who can teach the alphabet. Even if I give him a slight injection or bite so as to find out who he is, the principle behind the knowledge I am will be sufficient for him. People say that we should act with detachment. What is detachment? If you want to know detachment, you must realize the personality or individuality is melting away. The personality is so much with me. How am I to melt it away? Find out the meaning of the self. Try to understand the meaning of the self by any means. Before this knowledge I am appeared on you, you were absolutely unattached. As soon as this knowledge dawned on you, you became attached to everything around you. Only that false I is attached. Everything is just happening, and that false I is taking credit for doing things. You are the knower, not the doer. I will give you one piece of advice. Do not do anything that will hurt another. That is all. You may not do anything to oblige them or do good to them, but take care that you do not hurt anyone else. And that also is in this field of consciousness. Beyond that, there is nothing. If you become expansive with knowledge of the whole world and live for 1,000 years to enjoy that knowledge, just remember that at the end of the 1,000 years, all that knowledge is going to be extinguished. Even if this atom continues for 1,000 years, you must investigate as to when the point of the pen touched down to open this account. What opens the account? It is ignorance which opens it. Ganapati, consciousness, is the entity which has started this account of hundreds of births. All these accounts will not tell you about Ganapati. You must find out the source of the consciousness. The Maya is before the One. This account is made by one who has started counting with one. For counting, somebody must be there to count, so he must be in existence before there was any number. Mula Maya, Ganapati, investigate these. Ganapati is Lord of the primordial sound. sound and word are identical. One who understands the Ganapati is Brahman. Today's subject is both difficult and very easy. You can learn anything outside yourself, but it is rather difficult to catch yourself. Once you catch it, once you know your own beingness, you will not forget it. While you live, live fearlessly, because nobody has created you. Out of your own light you are living. Particularly, live with confidence in the self. What country are you from and who directed you here? I am from America. I've been visiting some ashrams and some people I met told me about Maharaj, and so I came. I have been studying the different philosophies for years. Learning all these different philosophies has no meaning whatsoever. Unless you have a mirror in which you can see yourself, what is the good of it? A mirror is what I am looking for. Those mirrors that you have had so far are all useless. No, they are not useless. They are just parts of the mirror that I can combine into one real big mirror. Are you capable of carrying all that? No, not really. You have the constant irritation in you that you are. That itching is causing all the trouble, because you don't know exactly what you are. That is why you are roaming from place to place in search of nobody. You must first find out when that itching started. Just sit here and listen a while and then ask questions. Maharaj has said that everything is out of the food, and also that I am the creator of everything. Now, I do not know whether I am the creator of everything or am something which has come out of the food. Without asking anyone, whatever knowledge you have gained about yourself is absolutely correct. I experience difficulties. It is beyond all difficulties. He who knows the kultis is beyond them. A sense of great happiness arises in me when I hear the words of Maharaj. This momentary happiness is of no use to you at all. Maybe I have not found it, but I am happy to hear about it. All these ideas of yours are binding you. Once you understand that there is no knowledge, that it is all ignorance, you are on your proper level. You have the idea that I have the knowledge. This is only an idea. Honestly speaking, there is no knowledge whatsoever. It is beyond all imagination. It has no attributes. It cannot be imagined at all. Without the knowledge, I am really very happy. By entertaining the idea I have all the knowledge, it increases day by day, but that knowledge has no peace, no pleasure whatsoever. With several attributes, the knowledge is vitally spinning about. But I am not that knowledge. Every human being is told that it is his bounden duty to gain knowledge. But he will come to understand that this knowledge is of no use at all to gain his ultimate goal. What is God? Everything you see is Ishwara, God. Around me I see the world. Everything is Ishwara. Even the smallest atom is Ishwara. It is a large city like Bombay. The gutters are full of dirt and litter that create a smell around you for some time. Then it is gone into the sky. The sky is ever there. It has no smell at all. It is pure and clean. The human body is dirt only. In course of time, this body will go. That dirt will smell no more. It will be all pure sky. Nothing will remain. But you are binding yourself day by your conceptual ideas. I was born, I will have rebirth, etc. And you remain in all the misery. How can I get out of it? How are you going to get out of it unless you know what you are? We see that the sky and the sun take care of the earth's dirt. Who is to say what will take care of my dirt? You won't take delivery of any knowledge whatsoever. The storehouse is full of those concepts and ideas. All of them are dirt. And that is how you are binding yourself to the wheel of birth and death. Not all the concepts are dirty, some are very beautiful. Remember that you have taken rise in you, who are ultimately the product of dirt. Making a bundle of your concepts, you are busy in the world. You are not that I which is going about in a determined fashion that I am so and so, you are behaving on the basis of that I which was absent before birth, and you will be absent after the death of the body. That I, limited by time, you have taken for granted. Go beyond the concepts and become idealists. It seems to me that Maharaj is perpetuating the concepts by his way of giving us explanations. All this conceptual cycle is created by you because you have the concept I am, which you must eradicate yourself. Why create all this separation? Separating whatever there is from someone is supposed to be different from it. This creates more concepts. It is only saying that I am not this. When you are in deep sleep, is there any experience of pleasure and pain or birth and death? What does that mean? It means that the concept I am has vanished. I was wondering whether the relationship with Maharaj is breeding dependence, what we call laziness. This knowledge is full of life. How can anyone be lazy? You can call the body or mind lazy, but how are you connected with them? In what way do you feel dependence on Maharaj? It is as if I am waiting for something to happen. Find out the identity of that one who is waiting for something to happen. Suppose there is a public well. That water, consciousness, is used by all. You have taken a portion of that water for your personal use. That consciousness which you have taken for yourself is the omniscient, the omnipotent, the omnipresent. And you must understand that. You cannot afford to be lazy. When you have come thousands of miles from your country and have listened to this great knowledge, are you going to die as an individual of a particular country, caste, and color? Understand that what is going around as your body and name is the nature of the all-pervading consciousness. When you travel in a car, are you the car? I understand. You are the symbol of that consciousness. You need not understand it. It is conscious of itself. But you are limiting yourself to the body, that is all. If it is consciousness which is doing that, if consciousness itself is taking that limitation, there is nothing I can do about it. That consciousness through ignorance has taken upon itself that limitation. That ignorance has to be discarded. The fact that you tell me that does not make me discover it. I have to discover it myself. Otherwise, I can talk to sages for thousands of years without a single thing being changed. How do I discover it for myself? It happens. If it is in your destiny, you will come here and listen to it, and the result will follow. Yesterday, 2 people came here with this lady and then went away. It was not in their destiny. People come here with a predetermined concept of what they want. You come here as if to a tailor with an order for a suit of particular measurements, color, and material. But I will not give you what you want. I will not give you knowledge according to your predetermined requirements. I will only tell you to see yourself as you are. Find out who you are. Thousands of people come here. They will utilize this knowledge as it suits them only. This is not the truth. It is the truth as seen through your own concepts according to their point of view. This knowledge, filtered through your own point of view, is not knowledge. It is only a point of view. I give all my energy trying to understand what Maharaj says. I've been working very hard. Today, I am at the point to stop. Essentially, nothing has changed. I came with the idea that Maharaj is my guru. Guru means the one who removes darkness. But darkness is still present. Now I feel that all my work has taken me nowhere. I feel that I have to start anew, from right now. How can I do it? A man who has been sitting in dense darkness wanted to remove the darkness and started praying to God. Then someone came and said, "What? Are you going to remove this darkness with your own devotion? No, you have to bring the light." The light was brought and the darkness went away. Doing discipline is not necessary, but you must know that this is the truth. I am the truth, and that truth has no beard or mustache. However, it is the truth which you must realize. Truth has no form. If truth had a form, you would have gone and got it. Without effort, whatever is natural is that truth. Is it that the guru is only pointing the way? You have to hold on to it, and gradually, when it grows, the light will envelop everything. The evidence of the eternal is this transiency. The evidence of truth is this untruth, and the evidence of Brahman is Maya. We ask questions and try to understand with the mind. How are we to go beyond this? You are not the mind nor the body. Who has this difficulty? Who has to go beyond? You were there before you asked this question. Before the appearance of the waking and sleep states, you are. How can I realize this? As far as possible, remember what you have heard today. Believe it. It may not suit your requirements, but it is as it is. You have only to see it as it is and be blissful with it. When you become that knowledge, there will be nothing that you need anymore. You will be infinite yourself. I do not quote scriptures or give you the judgment of others, but whatever is, I tell you. You will never get evidence of Brahman's existence anywhere except within you. What is evident one is likely to overlook. What I am saying is very clear and simple. You do not understand because you want something complicated. What exactly does Maharaj want to tell me? You are the proof that there is God. If you are not there, there is no God. This I amness is the proof. You think that it is limited to the body, but it is universal. It is the source of manifestation. You are the knower of the body. When this past disposition stops, it is void, and that void is witnessed by someone who is not void. One who knows that there is darkness, can he be darkness? If you keep absolutely quiet, then the concepts will be strangled to death. I am doing nothing every day but telling you in different words each day, but always the same thing. It is for you to see. It is for you to understand. The flow is continually coming, but you are not hearing. In this very body, in this very birth, you must realize what I have told you. Leave all other concepts and hold on to this. When a sadhaka, spiritual aspirant, has become a jnani, it means that he has understood, finally and absolutely, what he is.